Bring so much support to people who, like in my own situation, I lost my wife, and very suddenly, and you're put onto a journey that you've never been on before, and you just don't know where to turn. And so the hospice are there just to give you all that support and counselling, and it's really so important. And that's why I go out to events, because I want to just say thank you to the hospice, really.
I think we've kind of dropped off the radar a little bit, so the awareness for us through this event is just, immeasurable. It's absolutely immeasurable. It's really important. It's never been more important. Those families, those children, this area's got 21% of children living below the poverty line every single year. And we, all the time that those children are going hungry, we will feed them. And we can only do that with the help of other people.
I know the value of hugs and how it makes people feel.
Yeah.
And a hug is so important.
Hello. And again, it's Nicole and
Tom.
Nicole and Tom, but we've only got one mic because we are talking to so many people, and I need a rest. Can you do this one?
Gladly. Right, guys, welcome. We're here for the launch of Soapbox 2022. It's going to be fantastic at Dunollen Park on the 25th of June. Make sure you book your tickets. But the Soapbox would be nothing, absolutely nothing, without raising money for some incredible charities. And I'm here blessed to have these three beautiful human beings with me today to talk about their charities. Glenn, lovely to see you, mate. Tell us a little bit about Hospice and everything you do with the Hospice of the Weald.
Yeah, I'm a volunteer with the Hospice, and I work on a Thursday in the Keeping Well Centre. But then I go out on events like this as an ambassador to represent the hospice, and really just simply say thank you to all the people who make generous donations and support. There's a lot of work for people raising money.
Absolutely.
And so it's so important for us to get there and just say thank you to everybody, because we're in it together and we want to be together, working together.
And I believe, the last 2 years as well, everyone has learnt now to be a bit more kinder, right?
Yeah.
And to really cherish life and help others as well. And I hope that community spirit is so strong now that going forward, because you need the help, because obviously during the pandemic times it was difficult to raise money and do events.
Very difficult, because a lot of the events that people would put on, well, they weren't allowed to take place.
Yeah.
And so it was a struggle and it's quite a hard work.
Yeah.
But the hospice was very much involved with the supporting of patients who had terminal illness, but some had COVID. And so they used to go or sent to the Pembury unit in Pembury, and then people who were terminally ill and needed help but weren't having COVID, they were sent down to our new work down in the Cottage Hospice down in Five Ashes.
Oh, right.
So we had two units, one COVID and one non-COVID.
Right.
So that was a very way of us being able to support and help the NHS at that time.
Absolutely, yeah.
But it's such a fantastic operation, the hospice, because
incredible.
They bring so much support to people who, like in my own situation, I lost my wife, and very suddenly, and you're put onto a journey that you've never been on before, and you just don't know where to turn. And so the hospice are there just to give you all that support and counselling, and it's really so important. And that's why I go out to events, because I want to just say thank you to the hospice, really.
It's wonderful, it really is, everything you do. And we're so delighted to make sure we raise a good amount of money to keep supporting those families that need it. There's no handbook when these things happen,
Well, you're on a new road.
You
aren't
are.
you?
Yeah. Your life completely stops, and there's that you need people to help.
Yeah.
So thanks for everything you do.
Well, you turn to some people who are professional in what they do, and you can just rely on them. And it takes a tremendous amount of pressure from the family who are going through bereavement.
Well, hopefully we're going to raise loads and loads of wonga for you. Let's move over now to Dawn. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
You beautiful lady.
Thank you.
Oh. What's that?
Nursing her glass.
Nursing her glass. These glasses are very posh, aren't they? You can't even hold them. You're like, what do I do with these? Dawn, let's talk about Nourish, because you know, it's been tough for you guys as well the last couple of years, obviously, and not too many events to raise the awareness and everything.
No.
So yeah, tell us a little bit about Nourish for everybody, so that everyone knows what we're raising money for as well.
So Nourish, we're the food partner for the Soapbox, although we have got a cart racing as well, so there's an opportunity for funds. The last 2 years have been, you know, full on, absolutely. Well, everything else kind of stopped for everyone. For us, everything just escalated. Numbers through the roof, donations through the floor, you know, volunteers having to be put by because of COVID restrictions. So there's been a fair few sleepless nights over the last couple of years, and although everything else is coming out of the pandemic, for us we're just seeing a whole new wave of crisis, and donations at the moment have not been low like this probably for about 6 years. I've been there 9 years. We were completely reliant and sufficient on donations for a good 6 years at least. Now we're not. We're getting less than a quarter in than I'm giving out every week, and you know, our commitment is to fulfill every referral. We will not let anybody go hungry. We have funds at the moment to buy, but you know, we need the food, and it is tough for everyone. It is really tough for everyone, but I think we've kind of dropped off the radar a little bit. So the awareness for us through this event is just, you know, immeasurable. It's absolutely immeasurable. It's really important. It's never been more important. Those families, those children, you know, this area's got 21% of children living below the poverty line every single year. And we, you know, all the time that those children are going hungry, we will feed them. And we can only do that with the help of other people. So, yeah.
Absolutely, and you know, it needs people also giving donations, right? You know, a little bit of food that they've got in their cupboard, you know, just to think of others that are struggling, and also with the price of living going up now as well, it's even harder, isn't it? And it's just astonishing. It's astonishing that we still live in a world where people have to go without food, you know, and then someone like Elon Musk can go and, you know, buy Twitter for 46 billion, you know. And you just think, wait a minute, we could literally
feed the country for that.
Elon, are you listening?
Yeah, Elon, if you're listening, mate, sort it out, really. But you do fantastic work. I know you do. We try and support as much as we can as well with what we do. But, you know, anyone that's got anything, what are the main things you always need at Nourish?
Well, for the last
money,
8
obviously,
years,
but
money, but it's more, you know, it's really about regular food donations. It really is this year. It's so tangible to donate a tin that will be feeding somebody. It will be on someone's plate, you know, within a week of you putting it in a collection point. We collect all the time from everywhere. So everything that is donated at that soapbox will feed children over the school holidays. That is my pledge, absolutely. You know, you give me the food and I will get it to people who need it. And, you know, it's, I don't know, I think sometimes I think I've seen everything, but not. You know, Gemma's story that we played this evening, you know, I can see her face. You know, that was the voice of a client. That wasn't, you know, we know he animated it, but I saw Gemma when she came. I was there when I delivered the food parcel, and I know the impact that it made to those children and to that family through the holidays.
And they're too embarrassed to come forward as well, you know. When you have money troubles, you know, to come forward and say I need help, it's a very difficult thing to do. You know, you want that pride to think, you know, I can support my family, you know, and then you just need that help, and that's why I love what Nourish do. It's such a special thing to have this charity around where we are, you know, and I applaud you.
For the grace of God, you know, if we ever needed it, we're there. You know, the pandemic has absolutely brought that message home to everybody. You have no idea when your crisis is going to come. So, you know, we want to be there for everyone. I agree.
And so anyone that comes to the soapbox, anybody, you need to bring with you some food as well, all right? Anything that you've got in your cupboard that you think you can, you know, you can not have for dinner. Everything. Just bring everything. Just bring your cupboards. Just empty your cupboards. Bring it all. But no, when you buy a ticket, make sure you go, right, I bought a ticket, now I need to go and buy some food and bring it for Nourish. Thank you so much.
No problem.
And we're coming over to this lovely lady. She's a little devil. Look at you. She's a bit horny tonight. Anyway, Polly, lovely to see you. And there's a new charity for us here at the Soapbox. Tell us quickly about what you guys do.
Pickering is a charity that was set up by myself and somebody else and a group of people that were going through cancer. 20 years ago, we heard about the Maggie Centres and thought it'd be brilliant if we had a charity like that here. Because when I was going through it, there was nobody from my family with their emotional support, and my husband couldn't deal with it at all. So I had the passion to set this drop-in centre up. And 18 years down the line, with the support of volunteers past and present, we've built up a charity that is out there. It's a drop-in centre, and we've built it up with the strength of providing so many things in supporting them. And because we don't have any wages, we've managed to purchase our building and just before COVID. And then we've just managed to purchase a holiday home because a lot of our people are so poorly. They cannot travel too far. So our holiday home at Piesse Bay is where they can go for a weekend and make memories with the children or on their own. And we have total empathy with the people that come to us because most of us there have either had cancer, like myself, I've had it twice, but also lost my husband from cancer within 6 months from diagnosis. And so I'm both sides of the coin. I know the damage emotionally it leaves, and so
that's all right. Take your time. It's fine. Of course it does, and it still impacts you to this day. And if you at that point had that walk-in centre just to get that little bit of help, especially like with Hospice, what they do, to have all that support around you, that love, and just having a big cuddle to support you through that is really important.
And that is the thing.
Yes.
That is the thing. I know the value of hugs and how it makes people feel.
Yeah.
And a hug is so important. And I always say, I wasn't blessed with looks or anything as a child, but I tell everybody I was blessed with a tongue that works. And being totally self-funding, I've been fundraising for 42 years, and I started with the Wishing Well appeal for Great Ormond Street because both my sons were patients at Great Ormond Street. Right. So I started with the Wishing Well appeal and absolutely loved doing it and have had a great time because I'm 77 soon and very
no,
much
you're not, you little devil.
Oh, I am. That's why I'm going in the car.
What? Because you don't care?
Just before my birthday.
You don't care if you crash. That's why.
I don't care if I crash.
Well, can I just say, all three of you, you're an absolute inspiration to everybody. You really are. I know you might laugh about it, but without you angels in the world, and I say this completely, without you guys, doing and putting all the love and everything you put into what you do, you're an absolute inspiration. And I'm so proud that we're back raising money, raising awareness, getting people to bring their food, donate to the hospice, help someone, get a hug. It's incredible. So thank you so much, and let's hope we raise so much money this year.
And thank you for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So make sure, come and check us out. The Soapbox Race is back for 2022 at Dunallen Park. Dunallen on the 25th of June. So make sure you're there. Make sure you bring some food. Make sure you bring some more money into the pockets of these fantastic people. We hope to see you there.